Hello and welcome to the first look of Guncho, our upcoming new game, which will be releasing soon. Guncho is a turn-based tactical Wild West shootout roguelike, which has its roots in a game jam back 2 years ago, the 7-day roguelike game jam, where I partnered up with Terry Wellman, an awesome Brazilian-based game developer who's known for games such as Heavy Bullets, High Hell, and most recently Sludge Life 1 and 2. And I know Terry for quite some time now, and we never actually made it game together, and now we finally had the chance to work on a game jam, which resulted in Guncho. And Guncho was a really nice small project, 1-week project, which got a lot of good feedback. And yeah, we finally decided back in August 2023 that we actually want to work on the full version. So now we're here with the full version of Guncho and the first look. We also added a audio slash sound designer to our team. He's called Sam Webster, and Sam is responsible for a bunch of really great game soundtracks, such as the Grindstone soundtrack, the soundtrack for Skies of Chaos, and most recently for Reigns Beyond soundtrack. So he will be joining the team and doing audio, which includes music and sound design this time, which is super awesome. And yeah, to give you a first look what Guncho is all about, I think we should just jump into a game and I will explain how the game works and just play a few levels with you together. Let's jump into the game. I'm going to play a normal run. We have 2 different game modes here, which I can talk a bit about later, but let's do a normal slash easy run, so we have a nice base to explain the stuff that is happening. So as I said, Guncho actually was made from the 7-day roguelike jam, so it has its roots in actually being a roguelike, but due to a bunch of development issues we had with readability of the screen and readability of enemy actions and stuff, we actually decided to push the game a bit more towards a turn-based tactical game, as in enemies will actually show their actions before they do them. So you can say it's a bit like an Into the Breach like. As you can see here, we have 3 enemies already on the game board. They are threatening my tile. And now I'm actually have a few options. So one thing you can always do is obviously move. So you can see if you move out of the danger zone, which is the red mark tile here, I lose my skull and I just go out of the way, so the attack of this X guy here of the woodcutter won't hit me. The other option that we have is down here. We have obviously our cylinder, and our cylinder is based basically around the game board's setup. So into each hex tile direction we have one bullet basically that can shoot from the cylinder, and shooting and moving basically rotates the cylinder based on its current setting. So in the middle of the cylinder you can see a rotation button, which I can switch here, meaning if I was to go to the right here, you will see that my cylinder will rotate 1 step to the right. But I can also switch it and then rotate my cylinder 1 step to the left, which basically makes up the core gameplay, managing your bullets and your bullet directions while moving and shooting around the game board. So in this case you can see 2 things. One, this X or woodcutter will actually attack me if I stay here and kill me. The other action that you can see here is the trapper, who has a kick action. So he is going to kick me if I stay here, which is bad in either case, because he actually would kick me into this wall and then stun me. So for this scenario I will just move out of the way and you can see that the enemies will now move up to me, basically trying to chase me. So in this case the trapper now engages with me and tries to throw a trap onto this tile. Traps will also kill me if they are pushed into me or if I get pushed into a trap. But in this case we can dispatch the woodcutter here. So now you saw that my bullet that was aiming for the top right got moved to the left. So now I have no option here to actually attack the trapper on my left side. So I have to reposition here, or either I will be dead by the trap that is going to be kicked into me. So I could do a step backwards, move out of the way of the trap, get a new bullet to this top right direction and just kill this guy. One thing I have to say is that bullet range is 3 tiles as per usual, but you can upgrade your bullets later on to get a bigger range. So what's cool about this is I can step into the tile where he wants to throw the trap, but he's not able to throw the trap on an already occupied tile. So from throwing, he switches into the kicking stance, and while doing so I can dispatch him here. So once the level is finished, all waves of enemies are finished, I will call my donkey, which we've called Burrita. And Burrita will carry us to the next level, and while doing so we can choose from 2 upgrade types. So one upgrade type is the ammunition upgrades, meaning we can enhance our bullets with certain abilities, and then we have the abilities which are actual abilities, active usable abilities that we can use. So in this case we probably can do an ability upgrade. So we have always 3 upgrades to choose from. There's a bunch of upgrades that you can choose from while playing the game. On the top we have dash. We can dash up to 3 tiles into a unit and push them into a random adjacent tile. We have the cylinder spin, which rotates the cylinder instantly by 180 degrees, so a half turn, and then you can shoot a target in range when you have one. And we can leap on a tile 2 tiles away, and leap also allows us to jump over enemies, which is a nice movement ability, so probably we can choose leap here. The game is comprised out of 7 levels, while the 7th level is the boss fight. And the structure of each level is pretty much the same. The levels get bigger, the random generator will give you a nice fresh layout. In this level we already see the barrels. Barrels are obviously explosive and can hurt enemies adjacent to the explosion, and will also push enemies not just adjacent but 2 tiles away from the explosion. We will see that in a minute, I guess. So the first move I'll do, I will step here to have a wall next to me. So this guy will push me, this guy will attack me. If I'm getting pushed, I will be pushed into this guy, which is probably beneficial because he will get stunned when I get pushed into him. So I'm going to shoot the gunslinger here. Oh, and there you can see nice already what is happening. So in this case the trapper actually got the turn before the one who pushed me, and he could like dispatch his trap before, and then I got pushed into the trap. So that's another thing which is pretty interesting in this game. So the game has a random turn order. There's no way to know who is going to act first, which basically helps a bit with the Wild West shootout chaos feeling of the game, and you really have to think about your moves that way. So again, in this situation we can probably stay here. This guy up here will push the trap into this guy because he's trying to kick me. I will dispatch the gunslinger here, and as you can see, that's pretty much like into the breach. Enemies can actually hurt each other, so you always have the option to do smart moves and let the enemies kill each other, which is pretty funny. and often leads to very hilarious situations in this game. So in the next level we can look at the ammunition upgrades. So there's a bunch of ammunition upgrades that basically increase skills of your bullets, so to speak. So for example, you can upgrade your bullets with stun, meaning adjacent enemies of a hit enemy gets stunned. Knockback will increase the distance adjacent units get knocked back after hitting, so this is pretty cool later on if you want to push into burning tiles or traps or whatever. And we have an explosive upgrade, which after a full reload increases the amount of bullets that will explode on the first impact. This is a pretty interesting upgrade, which basically turns your bullet into a flying bomb. In this case I'm going to do the knockback, just to show off a few interactions with that. And then you can see we have one more level obstacle, which are the cacti. Cacti are like traps for humans that get pushed into will die instantly, and you can dispatch enemies by pushing them into cacti. So these are two new enemies. This is the Pyromancer or Pyro enemy. She's a ranged unit, so you can see she's throwing the bottles of burning liquid, whatever, booze, onto tiles, and they will explode and push away you. So we can just showcase this by going here, and now you can see that the barrel got pushed away from the explosions. Also we have fire tiles now. This tile is basically not you can't move on this tile anymore because fire kills everyone stepping on it. Tiles with grass will burn for 3 turns, and tiles with oil will burn forever once they are ignited. So in this case I have two options. I could kill the lady over here, but in this case it's even better to attack the barrel here to dispatch both of those guys here. This is the sniper. He can shoot you from any distance, but he will take aim, and after the turn here that he has taken aim, he will always shoot towards that direction. So he's a bit different from the gunslinger. So yeah, in this case I'm shooting left and instantly dispatching both of those guys, and in my next turn I probably will have to move away from the explosion of the bottle here, so we can use jump to jump 2 tiles to be not in the push range, and probably just dispatch this enemy here. So here's another enemy that you can see, which is the miner. He's throwing dynamite. Dynamite is basically the equivalent of a barrel on a timer, so meaning in 2 turns this will explode and then trigger this barrel as well, so we have to be a bit careful. In this case the trapper is targeting me with his trap here, so we want to move out of the way. One other interesting mechanic are the oil tiles are not only inflammable and stay burning, but they also slippery. So when you move onto an oil tile, you instantly get pushed off of it into the direction we were coming from. So you can move 2 spaces with it. We will dispatch this guy and also lock our direction to counterclockwise, so we get another bullet towards the right after this. Preparing for the next turn. This guy is going to kick the trap, but we're not allowing him to do that. He will also get pushed back. And he will continue his throwing and actually throws his dynamite into a burning tile. Killing himself in a pretty funny way already here. Okay, so next ability is maybe multi-shot. Multi-shot is a pretty interesting ability. You can instantly shoot all the bullets with a target, and after hitting the first target, the remaining bullets are chosen in a random order. So you have to be a bit careful with multi-shot if you target barrels, because you could potentially target a barrel that is too close to you. and yeah, blow yourself up. But nonetheless, it's a very powerful skill or ability to use. So, okay, and these black hearts mean that in the normal mode, every time you finish a level, you get 1 heart. On the top left, you can see we have 3 lives now, so if we die, we can restart 3 times. And you can see this is the 4th of the 7 levels, and we have 3 enemy waves. This is the first wave of enemies that will appear on these tiles that are marked here. So, there's a bunch of barrels around me already. Probably trying to move here. There's a new enemy type as well, which is the suicider. Suiciders move two times per turn and can ignite their dynamite strapped onto them and then basically act like a dynamite after that. So they're moving dynamite, very dangerous if you're in a close or tight spot where you can't escape pretty easily. So let's kill him before he actually can use his dynamite. In this case, we probably want to move away. We could try to go here, maybe lure the dynamite guy into the fast trap if he's moving after the trap is kicked. So we jump over here. Yeah, so now he moved before and actually ignited his dynamite, which also in turn will mean that he instantly will explode this barrel, so we have to be a bit careful now. A lit dynamite kamikaze guy can be shooted, but he will explode instantly, so it's not a good idea to shoot him when he's activated and you're standing right next to him. But we can just move out of the way and enjoy the explosion here. Probably take out this guy. And then we have to be a bit careful with the trapper to our left. We can probably deny his trap here in this way. And take him out. And we got another trapper on top. And this is also pretty funny, and a pyro will try to attack this tile. So obviously we can't move here, but we should move away because potentially if the trapper is not kicking first, the knockback from the Molotov explosion will push the trap into the trapper. So let's see. Yeah, nice. So the pyro basically took out the trapper for us. So now we're in a bit of a tricky situation. We have to be careful with the gunslingers that are threatening us here, and the Molotov guy or girl actually is also threatening us here. So let's see. We probably need to move away. We cannot move here because an explosion will push us towards the wall, which is dangerous. So let's move our cylinder counterclockwise so we have bullets towards the direction of the enemies. And now we actually would have to use our jump ability because I think we can't attack this guy because this guy behind will still attack. And probably... yeah, we might be able to do it like this. So they got pushed back from my ability, which is good. But I'm still in a very dangerous position here. Let's see if we can jump out of the way once again. And I'm not doing myself a favor here. So let's see. This could be good. This guy would be pushed back and will then be stunned for a turn from the Molotov. And we still could try to get this guy over here. So we get him out of the way for a turn. Dispatch this guy. Probably jump time here. We're still in the danger zone here, so let's move here. Okay, let's do one more jump here. And then we can dispatch the pyro. And finally move on to the next level. Nice. Okay, so next up we are going to choose another ammunition upgrade, I guess. What's a fun one? Piercing is fun because you can shoot through walls and through cacti now. So you can use walls as a serious, how do you say, not obstacle, but like a safe spot that blocks you from incoming attacks. Okay, so in this case we probably can use our multi-shot to actually do some damage. So we could probably attack this first, then maybe this or this. This barrel will actually push us back, so we might end up here and probably be shooting these two guys. So this could be good. Let's see. Nice. So I hadn't had a bullet top right, so the bottom left one actually only triggered. But now we got a nice, clean level here. This guy, the cowgirl, will try to catch you with the lasso. And well, once you catch with the lasso, you will be stunned for 1 turn, which is potentially be dangerous. So we will just probably move out the way here. We got another explosive guy here, which we can't shoot now. And a bunch of enemies on top of here, especially the sniper can attack us from quite far away, so we have to be careful. We probably should rotate our cylinder so we can shoot right next. And we can then dispatch the cowgirl here. Another trapper trying to trap us. And now we can use our ability piercing, which means we can actually shoot through this tie and kill this guy. This is also pretty dangerous, so miners can throw dynamite onto burning tiles, as we've seen before, which can then threaten a full 6 tiles around the burning tile. So we have to move out of here to not get killed by the explosion that will follow. You can probably make a jump to get away. And we can see that there is even more enemies spawning. Now there's another enemy type, the ram. The ram is a ranged enemy who will try to basically push us away from our tile. So he's always positioning, or he's always trying to position himself in a way that he can like charge and then kick us from our tile, which can be dangerous because of fire or other enemies that are standing around that can then interact with you. We could try to remove him here. And probably just take out the trapper here. You can check out this guy here. So far so good. If I shoot this barrel, I will get pushed back into the fence. The fence will break. They will break from bullets or other units slamming into them, but I will be stunned for a turn, and that would mean the miner will have 1 turn ahead of us with his explosive. So let's do this. Move away from the explosive. Probably move on to the miner here to Get him out of the way. And then one step to the right should be enough to actually outpace the gunslinger. Nice. Okay. So let's pick another ammunition upgrade. We can do range. Range will increase the range of all bullets by 1, so we have a 4-tile range, which is always nice and beneficial. And let's see, we can probably move here for a multi-shot maybe, if we're lucky. No, we aren't, because now the suicider will try to kill us here. But we can move on to the trapper's tile. Oh, the ram, as you can see, he charged into this direction, it charged into fire. So let's take out this guy. We can hide behind a solid wall from the explosion here. Now the sniper is threatening us from here, but luckily we already have an increased bullet range of 4. So we can take him out. And we should switch to counterclockwise here to get bullets to the top right. But again, both of those guys are threatening us now. I have to be a bit careful with the explosive guy here. But we can probably move here. Let the explosive guy engage. And then just jump out of the way here. Unfortunately, we can't use our multi-shot here because we have no bullets for this guy, but we can probably jump over him and try to take out those guys here. Nice. Let's do clockwise and go here. Let's see. We could go here. Okay, there's a bunch of dynamite coming our way. We should probably... Can we jump out of the way for a better positioning? Probably here. One thing I haven't haven't shown at all is like you can reload by fully unloading your cylinder, but you can also manually unload bullets. Maybe I can show that in a second. So that's a nice mechanic to actually wait a turn if you desire to. So you can just tap on a not active on a bullet with a non-active target. Just unload it and wait for one turn. Oh, nice. The lesser guy decided to pull the barrel towards her. That was very funny. Okay, so this is a dangerous situation here as well. This guy will throw another dynamite next to us. Good thing is that dynamites always explode first. That's one rule of the game. So we should be fine by moving here, and we should be even more safe by moving here. Just in case. Okay, let's see if we can move away here. And we should probably move closer to this guy. Maybe we can unload once. So get a bullet towards his direction. Move one to the front. Okay, now he wants to kill me this way. Now he pushed himself back. So let's see. We should be probably jumping next to him. And then just taking him out. Okay, so this is a full run for the normal levels, and in the last level we have a boss. The boss isn't like completely finished, still missing some animations and some sound effects, as you will notice, but obviously we will basically have everything done for the launch So you will see that the boss is this cool oily slime monster who actually lives inside the oil. And he has two attack patterns basically. So the first attack pattern is that he will dive into oil, into an oil tile, and then emerge out of one oil tile that is marked as his next spot. And while doing so, he will actually set those oil tiles on fire and also push any adjacent unit to him out of the way. So you have to be a bit careful when getting close to him. And then after he does his dive attack or dive move, he will try to charge into one of the 6 directions he can charge onto a different oil tile basically. So I'm assuming he will probably charge here because it's the only oil tile in his direction. Obviously if I'm standing directly in his path, he will charge at us and push us 3 tiles back. Or 5 tiles I think actually, so we have to be a bit careful with that. Let's see, so let's move here. As you can see, he moved towards the oil tile here. Next he potentially can come up here and on this side. I think that is fine. We should be able to... okay, no, that was the wrong move. Now you can see that my bullet here is empty. Potentially I can use my bullet spin though, because that's combined with a piercing attack, so that was nice. I could attack him here. I don't know, he could be coming up on my tile as well, which will instantly kill me because he will set it on fire, which is pretty dangerous. We maybe should move here. Yeah, now you saw that he pushed me away quite some space. So if I shoot him, he's not dead yet. He will charge me, so I have to be careful. He can potentially push me into the fire that is next to me here, so I probably am better off not engaging him here and try to move out of his way, so he will go back into his into his dive attack. And if I'm standing here, potentially I could be shooting him if my bullets are aligned correctly. I can only align them in a way when I move here, I could shoot left and not top right. So let's hope he goes left. Nice. I can shoot him here one more time. Oh, and I forgot. Now he can push me away and pushes me into the burning tile. Okay, let's try that again. Let's see. I think we started here and then moved here, and let's see if you will appear on the tile on top again. Also dangerous if he appears here. No, I don't think he can push me because I have to stand right next to him. Let's do it like this. And then do a... Okay, so we have to be careful here as well, because it's a 50-50. When I shoot him, he will charge me, and then he could potentially push me from his charge into the cacti. So let's not do that. Let's do that and then shoot him here. And potentially be able to be shooting him here again. Okay, he moved there. Let's see. Let's move out of the way here. Now he should be charging up there, right? So we can shoot him here another time. Oh no! He charged behind me. He dove behind me and kicked me towards the fire again. Ah, he's so smart. Okay, let's try something else. Let's potentially go here. Because he can't kick me into the barrel here. We can shoot him here once. Which is nice, so he will not attack me here because he's now in the diving mode. So I can probably shoot him here. Oh no, but if he... Oh, that was lucky. If he were to emerge on my tile, I would have been dead again. Okay, let's see. He will charge. He will charge. Then he's moving back, and then we probably should be able to kill him. Yeah, nice. So that's a run through on normal difficulty. We have an expert difficulty where you're not replenishing lives and where the enemies are spawned in a way more rapid and way more advanced fashion. And we have a daily mode, which I can maybe teaser real quick. Which gives us daily mutators to each game for all players, and basically you have to fight with those mutators as well. So nowhere to hide, all walls are removed in this game. Bullet purists, you can't choose any bullet upgrades, and black powder shortage or bullet or explosive barrels are removed. So as you can see, the game is already a pretty different one when you don't have walls that you can hide in, and if you can't use the explosives on the level to actually help you. So I don't know if this particular run would be doable, but it's at least a lot of fun to have some daily variety if you want to jump into a quick games, and games normally won't last longer than like 30 minutes or whatever. Yeah, so I think for the sake of the length of this video and the showcase, I would say that's it. And probably I will be updating the game in the next few weeks a lot more, because we have a bunch of more stuff to come. And yeah, again, I hope you like this first look of Guncho. Make sure to check out the Steam version of Guncho. We are going to release the demo soon, which you're probably going to will want to check out on Steam. You can also join our Discord, which is always fun, and have some conversation about the game with our players. And again, if you are on mobile, you can also check out the mobile version. You just go to the guncho-game.com website and follow the directions from there. Okay, so thanks for joining me in this video. Hope you had some fun and you are excited as we are for Guncho's release, and hope to see you in the Wild West soon. Have a nice day. Bye bye.